The Tule elk is found only in California, where it has developed its own subspecies by remaining in the valley rather than migrating to the mountains in the summer like other elk. The most distinctive features of the Tule elk are that they are slightly smaller in body size and usually exhibit a crown or a cluster of points at the top of the rack. Robert Kenon of Red Bluff, California, listens as John Fisher with the California Department of Fish and Game describes the outstanding success of the Tule elk management program.
We've gone from 3 herds in 1970 to 23 herds today, and we've moved over 1,000 animals since 1970 to establish new herds.
The Tule elk are doing very well in the state, and the sale of special permits like Robert's has helped to ensure continued success for the program. Richard Cox of Citrus Heights, California will be Robert's guide as he attempts to take his elk with Remington's new inline muzzleloader. After several weeks of scouting, Richard has developed a knowledge of the region and a good idea of the top bulls in the area. The rut comes early for the Tule elk, with the peak in the middle of August, and by now most bulls have stripped their velvet. They're starting to spar and test each other's strength. Even though some bulls are hanging together, others have gathered up cows and are ready for the rut. They work hard trying to keep challengers at a distance. Robert and Richard strike out across the flat terrain using the wind and Tule grass in their favor. They spot 3 bulls feeding and stalk as close as possible. Then Richard gets into position and tries to cow-talk the bulls in. One of the bulls comes down the bank and across a small creek. The bull comes in close, but once Robert looks him over, he decides to pass. Richard assures him there are bigger bulls in the area, and they'll hunt until they find a good one. Later that evening, a tremendous bull feeds out into the open. With one quick look, both Richard and Robert knew this was the bull they were looking for, and they plan their stalk. They cautiously get to within a comfortable shooting distance and wait for the bull to present the opportunity. Robert had made an excellent shot with his muzzleloader and is overwhelmed by the size of this magnificent animal. Not only was it the largest recorded body weight of a Tule elk from Grizzly Island at 810 pounds, the tremendous 7x9 was the world record Tule elk in the muzzleloader category, with a net score of 325 5/8 Boone and Crockett.